Leelanau County is a very special place. Surrounded by mighty Lake Michigan, Leelanau's rolling hills and beautiful farms, orchards, and vineyards make it both gorgeous and bountiful. On November 7th, we have a precious opportunity to permanently protect that beauty and prosperity from the overdevelopment that now threatens Leelanau. We invite you to meet some of our neighbors who are voting yes for farmland preservation. Neighbors like Keith Parker and his son Wes.
Yeah, I'm Keith Parker, and I guess I'm the owner of the farm as much as we own. My wife and I have been on the farm for 53 years right now. In other words, I've been here all my life, except a couple years in the Army. Well, my grandfather was Charlie Leffler, and he was a ticket agent down to the Solon Depot down here when the Ammonee Railroad was in big business at that time. He purchased this land while he was still a ticket agent down there, and he moved up, bought this property. I think it's around 1904, 5. In other words, close to the Centennial Farm stage. Corn is the main crop, and wheat and rye and oats and hay. Of course, my son has a new cherry orchard. That's his cherry orchard.
I guess the best thing about farming is that, from my point of view, is I like to grow stuff and to see the crops growing, to watch them progress each year, and that's probably the reason most farmers farm. They just love that. I'm just amazed when I go down to the farmers market and see the number of people there. I mean, this didn't exist 15, 20 years ago. It seems more and more consumers want to buy local products and are interested in knowing where it came from, and I think they have a real interest in doing it because they want to see the local farmers succeed, and it's just a win for everybody. You know, as far as the quality of having land in agriculture, we have a lot of people who build a house next to my dad's property or something. They're interested in what's going to happen to the property adjoining theirs now. You know, what are the plans, is basically what they ask. This is their chance to do something. I think the best reason to vote for us is because it's the right thing to do. It's the right thing today, and 40 or 50 years from now, it's going to be the right thing for that generation to have provided or saved some land for them to use.
Voting yes on November 7th will provide funding for Leelanau County's Farmland Preservation Program. In this voluntary program, farmers sell an asset, their development rights. This permanently protects the farm from development. Farmers can still own, farm, or sell their land, but it can never be developed. Similar programs are saving farmland across America and, in fact, right across Grand Traverse Bay. Peninsula Township Supervisor and cherry farmer Rob Manigold says that his township program, which has been in place for over a decade, is popular because it works so well.
Our program basically dealt with, we're here to save farmland. For all we know, once we save this good agricultural land, there may be another crop, but it'll be saved in perpetuity. In Peninsula Township, the people saw this as something that would work. I think the proof is in 2001, when they did it again. It's been a positive program out here.
Leelanau County Commissioner Mary Tannenberger explains why she and her fellow commissioners placed farmland preservation on the ballot.
Clearly we're approaching the November ballot issue. The Board of Commissioners, when they place this on the ballot, are really offering county voters an opportunity to decide and fund a very dynamic program.
Don Coe, who operates Black Star Farms, says farmland preservation is about protecting beauty, but it's also about keeping Leelanau's economy strong. He points to the tremendous investments his fellow Leelanau vintners have made.
We've invested over $40 million in agriculture in Leelanau County. And those investments were made on the basis of the fact that we had an active farm community here and that we would have land available for us to grow grapes. I can tell you very directly that for those of us who operate winery businesses, we are entirely dependent upon tourists. And those tourists are here because of the scenic beauty and the attractions of Leelanau County.
The health of our economy is dependent upon providing jobs or creating jobs or promoting jobs. Farming is an industry that supports a lot of related businesses that support the farm industry.
I think agriculture has a lot bigger role than most people imagine. Sometimes when I haul cherries into the plant, I think if people could see the amount of fruit being delivered and the people that are employed at the plant and the number of different farmers that are delivering fruit.
Mary reminds us that preserving our farmland will also protect our quality of life.
I think we live here because the relaxation and the lack of hassle, lack of traffic, people can relax. We take people to various parts of the county. We actually rarely leave Leelanau County when we have visitors. There's, so much to see and do here. Well, you just have to drive around in this time of the year and see the farm markets and people wanting to buy the local products.
If we start looking like Detroit, why are people going to come up, tourists, and spend their money? I guess they aren't. They're going to keep going north. I think it's just the uniqueness of your area that if you don't identify what you want to save as a community and find a vehicle to save it, you'll probably lose it.
And Don says the opportunity to vote yes for farmland preservation is arriving just in time.
It couldn't be more urgent than right now. Every single zoning meeting that I go to, a new development is being presented at that meeting. So you may not be aware of how much farmland has been placed on the development market. It's truly an amazing number. It's just one that this thing is rushing by us and we have to act now.
Well, it wouldn't be a good feeling, no. The words I use right now is some of these old-time farmers that are gone around here right now. They'd roll over in their grave if they saw what happened to the land today. I've seen a lot of changes as far as development in the area, and I think it's in the works to be more development. Got to make tough decisions right now, what they're going to allow and not allow. The way I look at it right now, what's come to my mind is that farm preservation is a plan. Now, the ones that are against it, what I would talk to them, I would tell them is, you're against it, but what plan do you have? Because they really aren't wanting this developed either.